Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. No skill required, episode 3 of our podcast.
3!
Thanks for last week, everybody who checked out our videos, liked and subscribed. 20 subscriptions. We are really trying to get 100. The more subscriptions we get, the more traffic YouTube gives us. So if you haven't, please do. Much appreciated. Today on the podcast, there we have me, Willie. We have, like always, Alex.
Hello.
Andrew.
Hello.
Beef and Cheese.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
And we have a guest today, Mr. Justin.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. So, Justin.
Don't thank us yet.
Yeah, might as well.
Justin's one of our friends, and
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
he's here today. So,
Good one, Willie.
Yeah.
another seamless transition.
fucking fantastic. All right, so first, yesterday, Monday, I guess since Tuesday is when
The magic is broken.
we record this on Tuesday.
Now they know.
We put it up on Monday, but PlayStation announced the increase in their PlayStation Plus
Yeah.
for a year. It went from $50 to $60,
Oh no.
and then for 3 months, 15 to 25.
It's 18 for 3 months right now.
Right.
I just
So it's
watched.
like $25 now. And the reasoning behind this is because it matches the kind of like the standards that are going around. And this is like not too far after, Netflix. If you were grandfathered into there, they increase your prices. And they increased the prices overall not too long ago either. So maybe you think this is a trend with streaming media, is price is going up with more and more people dropping cable, so
Yeah.
you use your PlayStation for everything. Well, I guess
Yeah.
you don't need the Plus to get on something.
Not well, yeah.
Well,
you
that-
can still use like Netflix and YouTube on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the whole argument with PlayStation versus Xbox used to be, well, you have to pay for Xbox Live, but PlayStation's free. It's like, yeah, but yes, okay, sure. Yeah, it's
Sure,
free.
it's free.
It's free.
Yeah, I think another part of that is also streaming is becoming more and more of a solid, stable media. It's not as experimental as it used to be, and so people are committing a lot harder, or businesses, I guess I should say, are
Well,
committing harder.
People are starting to drop out of anything to do with the major Time Warner Cable, Comcast,
Yeah.
those kind of things. I mean, just yesterday I saw Dish has their first buy package. Instead of get the whole channels, you can buy like a sports package or just that and basic $30-$40. I mean, I think this is now a thing we're going to start seeing a lot more with these streaming sites. Is they're going to up their prices to kind of match what the big boxes are doing.
Yeah.
Because they're taking their business, they might as well get paid
Yep.
for it the same.
Well, and you even saw, YouTube Red came out.
Yeah.
They had they're starting to do the kind of pay for
The
subscription
premium
stuff. Premium
subscription.
You also have Amazon Prime, Hulu.
Yep.
I think CBS has their own subscription system.
Wouldn't surprise
But
me.
like individual gaming companies, EA, Ubisoft, they have theirs. So plus PlayStation is getting ready to release what looks like a slimmer version of the PS4, PlayStation VR, and the Neo all within the next year. So all those things are going to cause them to put a price cut on that because you can't make money off of hardware like that very beginning. So this could just be a way with them cutting their losses. But $60 for a year is $5 a month.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And if you want, you can literally find deals like every month for subscriptions to PlayStation Plus. So if you're one of those people who can't afford it, then so be it. But it kind of sucks for like kids who I have a PlayStation 4 as a kid. My mom's not going to pay $60 so I can play online for a year.
Yeah.
Plus buy me that game to play online
Mhm.
and everything. So it does affect these people. So, but otherwise, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal. But a lot of people are upset. They did this in Europe back in December with the single month and 3 month subscription. They increased it. if you live in Canada, you have it far worse. The increase is like $10 more per subscription compared to the American increase. So, I mean, it's something you're going to deal with. It's still a really good deal.
Yeah.
You still get 2 games a month at least. Like, anytime there's a discount on a game, the PlayStation Plus, you usually get at least 2 to 5% more, sometimes 15%. They have their flash sales and everything. It's a good deal. I mean, 2 of our videos we have up right now are Tricky Towers and Broforce. Both of those were free games, and both of those we dug a lot of hours in.
Yeah.
Those games are awesome.
I mean,
Sometimes the free games are a little not that great, but they were free at the end of the day.
Right.
Or you mean,
All it costs you is the time, right?
Yeah. Download it and try it out at least.
Yeah.
So I think
Doesn't
the other
hurt.
issue you're seeing though is that like these systems aren't selling what they used to. I mean, PlayStation had a hit. That's why they're not doing another full system. They're doing like the iPhone 6 and 7 kind of upgrade where it's, we're making it slimmer, making it a little bit faster, making it a little bit more memory. We're not gonna make a new system. You're seeing these companies start doing that, and it's because they're not selling consoles. So you got to start raising prices somewhere to get that money back.
To make it, yep. Man,
Yeah, it seems like all the consoles aren't really doing as well as they should be. I mean, even though it's kind of like the middle of the year, nothing's really coming out. There's nothing to make somebody buy a new console.
Well, I mean, my thing is the Nintendo is not even going to console. It's a handheld supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Handheld that'll connect to the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, give up the
It's
console.
like a Wii U
It's
without
yours.
a box.
You can
Yeah.
have it.
but I think that works really well because every time I play handhelds, I just play them in my house on my couch and anyway. If I could play those on TV, that would be amazing. So it gets that market of people who don't necessarily take their handhelds with them. Because I know like a bunch of people are like that. But it also lets you if you want. So I don't think that's a bad idea. Essentially docking your phone at home. But we'll see. Nintendo is crazy. And if it doesn't work, they'll end it. That's what they did with the Wii U. So.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, they just talked about how there's going to be a new Pokemon game on the new system. And it's the way it makes it look is if it's going to be a handheld that goes to the TV, it's going to give those people who love Pokemon the thing they've always been clamoring for, which is like that Skyrim-esque feeling of playing it on a big screen.
Yeah.
actually being able to
And
run around.
with the new game, it actually looks pretty, like the graphics look way better. It just looks like they're putting more effort into the new game. So I mean, you can expect to see some stuff like that from Nintendo, but PlayStation and Xbox have been hit hard by lack of sales in their consoles. It feels like.
Yeah, Xbox actually just surpassed PlayStation in sales last month, I think, with their new console thing. Because it's 1 terabyte console, it's smaller than the other Xbox, and it's $299.99. So that's cheaper than a brand new PS4.
Yep.
And
then there was
upgraded as well.
Like I said, there's been that leaked photo of like the slimmer PS4, so it looks what PlayStation, Sony has like some sort of convention in September.
Yeah.
That's
They're
probably
gonna
going to be
there.
announcing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, we're at a point in time where there's not a lot of games coming out, but we're on that verge of where games start just fucking every week. There's a must-play game, so
It's like all the good trailers are out. There's no good games, just good trailers.
the one like and then, which brings us to the second topic is delayed. Like we had Final Fantasy 15, which has been in the work for years. September 13th, I think, was originally, and now it's November 30th. And that's the era of gaming we live in now. Like you get an announced date, don't believe it, which is understandable. I mean, because No Man's Sky delayed, and they didn't want to delay again, and they had a huge patch opening day, which completely pissed people off.
They should have delayed.
And then
Should have actually put a game in there.
Yeah, there's something to do in there and delayed it a bit.
the director of Final Fantasy said that the first day patch for Final Fantasy would have been so big that after he heard the backlash, because there's so many players that don't play with internet, which is shocking to think about, but it's still out there, would just get, a shit game. More so than, So they're saying November 30th will work, but it's not the only thing. In November, we have Last Guardian coming out, which has been delayed for 15 years?
Feels like, at least.
Ridiculous amount of time, to the point where that game is not making any money. That game can't make money. 15 years with one team working on it. you're not going to get your money back.
It's like
Un-
Duke Nukem syndrome.
Yeah.
Like that game was in just purgatory for so long, and then it couldn't have been good no matter how actually good it was.
Right.
Well,
Because people just waited for it so long.
you had Uncharted 4 was delayed so much that the hype for it wore off. People were like, just give us the game. And that's not hype you want. That's just like, I want to get this over and play with. There's other
get
stuff
it
I
over
want to
with.
do. And that's a problem in itself. But I mean, also you got to think, if you're the gaming company, you need those pre-orders so you can continue to do it. So that's why you announce your game so early. I mean, Kojima's next game was they showed that trailer at E3. That game's not coming out for another 4 years.
Yeah.
At least.
But it's got hype, and I guarantee people have already went out and pre-ordered that shit. And that's revenue that you need.
Yeah. They definitely, I don't know. I think gaming companies just shoot their whole load way too early a lot of the time
Yeah.
when they need to just wait. And a company that does it every year is Battlefield, where they always release a broken game every year. And then Call of Duty, it's not as broken, but it's still broken too. But with those companies, though, they released the game when they said they were going to release it. I guess they got that going for them.
How many iterations do they have to make before they can figure out exactly how long it's going to take them to make the next game?
Well, there's always
A while.
bugs. There's always something.
Yeah,
There's always something that happens that you don't expect that you can fix. Now, back in the day, you got a game. If there was a glitch in it, you learn to play with that glitch, play around that. Now, give us a week, 2 weeks, we'll patch that shit up. It's changed like gaming in ways like competitive fighting games are completely different now because tier lists change over each patch. So you got to relearn that game because they nerf moves and they buff moves and fix things. So there's positives to the patching, and but at the end of the day, if you want to get a game and you put it in your system or you download it, you spend the time to download it, and then you go to play it, and then you got to download all these updates.
Yeah.
It just sucks so bad. Like,
Yeah, by the time your game's installed, ready to go, everything's updated.
it's bedtime.
You're like, I don't want to play this right now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
fucking-
go outside and feel fulfilled for a
Well,
little bit.
I'm in the middle of a fucking movie. I don't want to play this right now.
one of the biggest games I had with like patching and updating. I don't play a whole lot of console games, but League of Legends on PC. I mean,
There's a new
I
patch
was
for that, like, every
I was
week.
gone for 3 years, and I was like, you know what? My friend's playing. I'm gonna reinstall it. And I mean, it took me almost, I'm not gonna say like a week, but all in all, it took me a few days of like actually getting on my computer to like update it and leave my computer running when I went to work or went to bed. Because it was like, okay, it's been 3 years. I have to reinstall this and then download, whatever's
those
currently.
updates.
And the game was completely different. And it's one of those things that's weird to me at least. Because
Well, there's games out there that, like, if you get a copy, you don't have any online access, and you play that game, it's a completely different game than if the guy playing the game who's been playing it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's completely. Sometimes the menu screens, everything about the look of the game is completely different, and that's the bad thing because like they'll release half-made games, and that's the problem. No Man's Sky. It takes. I think I read it's like a month and a half after you send it to be put to disc, so you have to be done before that to get to that time. So
Yeah.
you're talking at least 2 months gap there.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it's a Sony exclusive, Sony's going to be like, hey, we want to get this out there. We're in a dead time. We want this game out there. That doesn't help because if you're an indie developer, you're getting it on disc. That's something that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And so they shipped that shit out there. They patched it. They're working on it. But by the end of the day, people are shitting on that game so hard. Like, I read that it's down 85% over last week. Sales are from, that's in Europe. I don't know about the U.S. But that's crazy. An 85% drop.
Well, that's the thing we're seeing now, though. I mean, like, kind of stuff like oh goodness, Batman vs Superman,
Yep.
63% drop
Yep.
from first second weekend.
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad, but
yep.
60% drop
Mhm.
first second weekend. people are going out to Twitter. They're saying, "Hey, this game's terrible. This game, this guy promised us PvP kind of stuff. This guy promised us, a big secret when you go to the center of the universe, and nothing happens. Like these promises he made, and you just couldn't deliver them the time he was given. I know they wanted to push it out, but they should have.
Maybe we were talking about that last week, just the hype of it, and if you have a delay, that hype you're gonna get, it's fucking like a teeter totter.
Yeah.
It's good hype, but then it slowly starts to fade. And once it starts that downward turn, if there's anything wrong with it, if it doesn't, like if you're dead in the water starting after you've had so many delays, it's awful for you. It's awful for your game. I mean, Uncharted, it came out for maybe a week, people were talking about it, and then nothing.
Yeah.
No one talks about that game. It's apparently a really good looking game. It has a decent multiplayer, but people played it and they were done because they waited, and so they finished it. That's what it became. It wasn't like, oh, dude, it's an Uncharted game. It was like, I want to finish this Uncharted so I can go on with my life.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see what happens with this next Call of Duty, because usually like Call of Duty, there's hype around it like every year. This year, it's like everybody fucking hates it. Everybody's like, oh, it looks terrible. I hate it. I'm just interested to see if it's going to be like, I mean, I kind of know what it's going to be. It's a Call of Duty game, so I don't know. People are freaking out about that one, but I think it'll end up being okay in the long run, and I think that just not as many people are going to play it this year.
Well, Ubisoft with their Assassin's Creed games, I think, kind of figured out, like, releasing a game every year, and it's just like a rinse, wash, repeat type deal doesn't work anymore. People get tired of that.
Yeah.
Because there's so much good stuff out that, like, Assassin's Creed comes out in November, and I got this game, and this game I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it goes on discount. I'll buy that, and then it's around that time again, and, I don't want to play that game after I played that game. So it keeps going lower and lower on your need to play list.
Yeah, and the difference between that is with Assassin's Creed, you've got Ubisoft working on that. That's the only company. They make that game. Call of Duty, you have 3 different developers that revolve and put out games every 3 years.
But it's still close to the same game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said,
It's
you know what you're going to get, which is positive. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, new game mechanics that's going to change it or anything like that. But, sometimes when you buy a game, you don't want to play the same game you played last time.
right. Well, that's like me with Madden, because like I told myself like a couple months ago, I was like, I'm not gonna buy the game. I'm not gonna buy the game. I have Madden 16. I bought every Madden like for the past however many years, and now I'm like, I kind of want it.
Yeah, I hear the new running system is really good in that game, though.
And I haven't had Madden since 12.
Yeah.
Madden 12. Still one as good as 2K8.
I guess we're complaining about this, but this is stuff PC gamers deal with all the time.
Well, we have a different kind of workaround of that. I have probably 11 or 12 games right now that are early access.
Yeah.
So, like, I buy a game for, like, $15. I can play it, and yeah, it's buggy, and it doesn't work, and it might be limited,
But
but they're working on it. And then later, when the game gets done, I have the game. They're not going to make me pay for it. I'm going to pay extra for it. And I haven't been paying attention, but I don't know if I own a game that I actually saved money by buying early access. But
does PS4 have early access?
No, it doesn't have that yet. They're
No.
working on it because I know Subnautica's coming to PS4.
Xbox does. Xbox has game previews, is what it's called.
Yeah, they have like Ark and
Yeah.
Subnautica and a few other games.
Well, that's part of the reason we're seeing these patches, though, is because think about it. There's so many more indie developers who can get a spot on Steam or get a spot on one of these, like, on these online to get a game out. So these companies that make these big AAA games have to release early. They have to release more. They have to do something bigger. Because I can go on Steam, buy 10 games for $60 and have just as much fun as one game for 60.
shit, I have dozens of hours in, like, handfuls of these little indie games that I've paid $5 for, or less even, that, like, I hardly play AAA games anymore. I mean, I hardly do it because, it's like $60. My computer is not as new as it used to be. So, like, we talk about Fallout 4. I can't play Fallout. I own it. I cannot play Fallout 4 on my computer.
I own XCOM 2. I can't play it on my computer. So
So,
I'm waiting.
That game is demanding for no reason.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I know, right?
But Yeah, so I have tons of indie games, and I buy like the new Civ, the new XCOM, but like other than that, I stay away from the big launches, and I just play my little easy indie games I can knock away 50 hours on, and just be like, that was a really cool $5.
Yeah, a lot of the like big budget games end up being like $6 an hour to play for.
Yeah.
Like you play for like 10 hours and you're done.
Unless you're Witcher.
Unless you're
Unless
Witcher,
you're Witcher.
which has infinite time.
Oh my god. I still need to get the DLC for that game.
I still need to play the DLC for that game. Got it.
Yeah, a lot of times though, you can just look for those like $15 games, even on Xbox and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You can find those $15 games and you can sink plenty of time into it. Because like one I think of right now because I've been playing the shit out of it is Overcooked. That game was $17, and
Yeah.
Sarah and I have had so much fun with it. We're just playing it constantly. It's the only thing I've like wanted to play other than No Man's Sky, which I've been playing the shit out of too. But yeah,
We were shit talking that game, just looking at
I mean,
looking at Alex.
I'm not gonna
Like,
sit here and tell you it's a good game, but I have fun with it. So
Yeah, it's for people who like running around and just doing like nothing, just mindlessly playing a game for a while.
yeah,
I'll tell you, I bought the thing on Steam about 4 months ago, and then about 2 months ago, I emailed Steam and said, hey, can I have my money back for that? I don't really want to play it. And they said, all right, fine, take it.
I'm
My
not.
brother-
didn't need you anyway.
my brother bought it on PC and refunded it like 2 days later.
Wow.
It didn't work right?
It doesn't work right on PC. It worked okay for him, but he just like I don't know. He wasn't feeling it. It's a game you really have to be in the mood for. Like,
Okay.
you got to be like, I'm gonna totally explore the entire universe. I'm gonna do it, and then you gotta just go, because otherwise you're gonna sit there and you'll be like, this is fucking boring. I'm doing nothing. Because you are.
Well, that's kind of keeping me away from the game, honestly. Like the things people like praise about, it's like, oh, you can go anywhere and see all these cool things, and I'm like, that doesn't really appeal to me. I want to like build things. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to explore stuff, I mean, I'd just play Minecraft.
Yeah.
That game to me had more.
Yeah, and I mean it does, because it has like the things that No Man's Sky has. You know, you have your infinite world. You can like go on. You can find all sorts of things. Except Minecraft, you just go more in depth with it.
Yeah.
You can build your own like cities. You can do whatever you want in Minecraft as long as you build it. With No Man's Sky, it's like you found all this stuff.
Now what?
Go find it somewhere else again.
Yeah.
You found it. Good job.
Yeah.
Good on you. Here's
Okay.
some money.
I do gotta say that I saw someone review it last night. Actually, I watched the review last night, and the one thing about No Man's Sky that seemed really awesome was being able to look into the sky and see a planet and be like, I'm gonna go there now.
That's
I'm not
true.
gonna ship it. I'm gonna go up there instead of just like, oh, look at that cool, backdrop of this game.
Yeah, I
graphics.
wonder what
that
Oh,
is.
it's so cool. What was there? It's like, no, I can get my ship. I can fly up. I'm going there.
All right, that is kind of cool.
That aspect
The-
is really awesome to look at.
The planet I spawned on, I looked into the sky. There was a huge planet right in front of me, another planet over to its left, and then another one over to my right. And I was like, oh, I see. I will like this game.
That seems cool, but just the rest of it, I can't handle a game that just doesn't seem complete for $60. It's one
Yeah.
of me. I haven't even bought
That's the
Overwatch.
problem as well. A lot of people have with it. People say it's like a $30 game.
It
or
is. It
$60.
really is.
Yeah.
So how much is Minecraft? I don't know.
Like 20
20,
bucks.
I paid
It's 27
$27.
And you can get it on everything.
Any
Yeah.
platform,
I
basically.
mean, that's kind of how I feel about Overwatch. I think Overwatch needs to drop to $20 or $25 or something. Because I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I want to buy it, I want it, I want to try it. It looks fun, but I'm not paying $50 to $40 for it.
I paid $60 for Overwatch, and it's probably not a $60 game, but I put enough time in it to make it worth it for me. Like, I've spent a lot of time playing Overwatch, so I can justify paying the $60 for it that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put 200 hours into Team Fortress 2.
Right,
Well,
that was free.
That game's
That's
free.
what I'm saying. Well, you have games that are free, free to play. You can pay for some stuff, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
And people are sinking hundreds and hundreds of hours in those. You can't really quantify time played to cost of games anymore, because
Yeah.
there are plenty of people out there who have played 200 hours of Candy Crush, have never dropped a dime in that game. And then there are people out there who spent $60 on Madden, played a couple seasons, and were done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, what you justify, you have to do it for yourself.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you think putting 60 hours into a game justifies paying $60 for it, then good on you. But I don't know. For some games, it just doesn't feel like you could.
I mean, I've bought games.
I know a couple games like that.
I've bought $60 games that have all the stuff. Fallout 4. I paid full price for that. Got it. 15 hours in the game. I felt that I got my money's worth. Now, my girlfriend, on the other hand, was very mad because I think it was a Christmas present. But then again, she put hundreds of hours in that game. So, with that argument, we still got our money's worth. I mean, so that time doesn't always quantify the price. Like, free games I've played hundreds of hours in, I paid $19 for Brutal, and it's a random dungeon game. And I've maybe put like 4 hours in it. I'm pleased with the game. It's a game that's going to sit there, and whenever I'm bored and want to spend a couple 20, 30 minutes playing, hey, it's there. Those games are fine. Can you say the same for a $60 game? Depends on who you are, I guess.
I mean, I'll give you the opposite there. I paid $15 for Shadows of Mordor on Steam Summer Sale. I played it, put 24, 25 hours into it, and when I put the controller down, I said, I just wasted $15. Because that first 20 hours was so great, and then the last 2 hours was god-awful. Look, I get the button mash to win the game.
I bought Shadows of Mordor. I think it was also on sale. And I think I remember when you told me about the game. I bought it and I didn't even install it for like 6 months, 4 months, something like that. And I finally picked it up and played it over the summer. And I bought the season pass so I could get all the DLCs and everything that came out with it. And I 100%ed everything. I got everything, all the collectibles. I did all of the DLCs. And then I went, I don't think I'm ever going to play this game again.
Yep.
I was like,
That's what happens with a lot of those
You did
video
it.
games.
It's over.
there's nothing more to do.
Well, the ending was just so terrible. It was like, hey guys, we're gonna have a quick time event, couple endings, and we're done. Don't worry about it. Sequel bait time. Stand on the edge of Mordor.
How much was Until Dawn? $60?
$60.
Yeah, that was a full price.
Man.
game.
That's a full price game. Yep.
They didn't pay those actors.
It's really good looking.
It's a good, it's to say that's.
You're done, right? Because you can just go on YouTube and watch everything else.
I platinumed that game.
I wouldn't mind getting that for us to play someday.
Both me and Andrew bought Mortal Kombat X with the season pass. $90. You paid.
NetherRealm, I hate you.
You got all the DLC, but then they released DLC that cost money, so you felt like cheated.
Yeah, the season pass was season pass 1.
Yeah.
What?
But
They're all doing that now.
before they revealed that, they were still releasing like costumes and stuff that you couldn't get unless you paid.
They were
for it.
extra. They cost money.
And then they re-released the game
at
with-
$60
at 60
with all the DLC and future DLC.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just deleted that off my PlayStation 4. Fuck that game. It was not as good as 9.
No, MK9 was better.
I'll
Say it.
It isn't like that with Evolve, where it's like, hey, you bought Evolve, you bought Season Pass, great.
What
Here's
happened? What happened to that game?
Here's some new monsters.
I don't know.
Well, now
Evolve
it's
is
free.
free now.
Is it free now?
Wow.
Those people who paid for it.
What's
Those poor suckers.
Remember the Star Trek MMO? How there were people who paid $125 for the lifetime membership, and you got a little bit of extra stuff, and then a month later they made that game free to play, and all those people just got fucked.
I'm pretty sure Star Wars Online lasted about 2 days unpaid because everybody went, oh, look, it's pretty terrible. We'll make it free now because, man, this game's boring.
We played it for free.
Yeah, we did.
That was fun. I mean, I had fun
It was
with it.
fun for free for a little bit, but I wouldn't pay, the $10 a month people were paying.
Oh, I couldn't play MMOs for the time people put in MMOs.
Nope.
All right, so delays, pricing, amount of time you put in it. That's all. It depends on who you are. If you have a disposable income, I remember being in my mid-20s. I spending my money on nothing. Fucking $60 on a game. Awesome.
I remember money.
No problem.
Money.
I remember it. It's so wonderful. Now it goes to student loans.
But now, like
I
most,
$15.
like Alex is in college, Nick's doing classes, you're married.
Yeah.
Andrew's the one that doesn't have.
Hey!
Andrew's got the disposable income here. Like if you're in a relationship,
Oh god.
Every year,
I couldn't justify that to your girlfriend. Hey, I just spent $120 on this game, and then
Oh, you what?
I'm the clinger. Like, my wife makes twice as much as me. I sit here and go, hi, here's my little bit of money. What can I do with it? I don't know.
You can keep
Find a bill to pay.
I feel like every year I wonder, like, how did I have more money last year? Like every year I feel like I make less money.
Have you ever figured out how much money you made in a period, and then like
And
figure
then
out
see how much you have. And
budget,
you're
like you budget your bills, and you're like, okay, this is what I've paid so far this year, and this is what I've made. Holy shit, where did that money go?
Dude, I do that like every month and I can't figure it
Yeah,
out.
pretty much. Same here.
I was like, I do a budget every 6 weeks, 8 weeks or so, and I look at it, I'm like, did I really spend that much money on just food and just nothing?
Oh man,
And
I
Steve?
understand.
And Steve,
So
well,
much Steve Summersale was like, my bank account, I don't get paid during the summer as a teacher. So
Steve gets me, man.
Steve Summersale.
like,
Steve gets me. He goes, you can have these 7 games for $35. I'm like, I really only want the one game, and it's only $11,
seven
but I can get 7 games for $35. But I
That's
did that.
combo
I did that with the freaking the Warhammer Dawn of War. It was like get all of them,
Yep.
$40. And I was like, you know, I love RTSs. I like Warhammer. I'll do that. I played the first one for like 5 hours. I'm like, this is a fun game. And I haven't even installed the other 5.
Yeah, I gotta love when you download like, all right, yeah, that's a great deal. Let me get that. All right, play the first one, forget about it. You're like, God, I remember I was gonna play that game.
That's how I forgot about Banner Saga. I'm like, it hasn't downloaded yet. I bought it. I was like, this looks it. This is great. Great reviews. I'm gonna play it. I haven't even downloaded it. It's been 3 years.
They already have a 2 out.
I feel like that's all two. I just bought it. And I was like, wait a minute, no.
It's like when I
gotta beat Banner Saga 1.
It's like when I try to read books. Like I'll be in the middle of a book, and I'll go to a bookstore. I'm like, oh, dude, there's that book I want to read. Let me grab that. And I'm like, I get home, like, I have this new book I really want to read, and I'm in the middle of this book. Let me start this new book. I'll go back to that. I've got like 10 series that I'm in the middle of like chapters on because
Oh my
I just
God.
go buy books.
That would drive me crazy.
It,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I have games I need to play, and it hurts me in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Play that game, you bought it, but I don't wanna.
Oh, I can show you. I think I have 19 uninstalled games on Steam right
I
now.
might have more than that.
Oh, that's typical.
Well, okay. Is that like,
That's a PC gamer.
well, I bought Dead by Daylight. I'm like, man, I really want to play this game. I'm like, I have nobody to play this game with.
gotta play online, man.
I don't want to play with randoms though.
Well,
But play
I guess it
online
sucks.
always
It's
as
fun.
the killer. Then you're good.
Yeah, I hate playing Rocket League online. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I played soccer when I was a kid. I'm gonna wait for the. Oh no, everybody's running around.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody. Ball never goes in the goal.
Utter chaos.
This is
It's-
the worst.
Yeah, you can't get a team to move.
No.
Because like when you play like with bots, you're like, yeah, I'm MVP every game because I know what I'm doing, and
Yep.
everybody basically is just kind of like hitting the wall over and over again. But when you're playing online, people are just everywhere. Somebody's lagging.
Everybody thinks they're the best player.
Yeah, everybody's always going for the ball.
It's like when we play Broforce. It's like, up, I'm going over here. Well, I'm going up here. I'm down here, guys.
I hate you, Willie.
That's not. Have you played the Mario game on the Wii U? It's
Mario-
like that.
Which
It's
one?
awful.
Which one?
The Mario Wii U.
Super Mario Brothers
whatever
Wii
the
U?
hell it's
Oh,
called.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blank Mario Wii U.
Yeah, because like the 5th player is I have it.
The 5th
'cause-
player is the person who puts the blocks, but like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
I decide I'm gonna stand out here
Yeah.
for. Oh no, I'm bubbled. I'm bubbled up here and I'm floating, and then like I get touched and I fall to my death, and I'm just playing with my wife and she keeps killing me because she picks me up on accident and throws me off the side. Of the
Yeah, you don't have any
Come on.
control of yourself. Yeah,
By me.
yeah. The
Then
game. If you're playing like one other person, some of the multiplayer like trials and stuff are pretty good, but the game itself is just not like I would. If I was in the mood for a Mario platformer, I wouldn't play that game.
Nope.
Let's go
Because
play
it's just-
Super Mario
Nintendo.
Brothers.
Yeah.
That's what the Super Nintendo.
But
You fucking
oh,
play Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I don't play online. I buy PS Plus for online, but
Just for it? Just for the free games.
I buy it for the free games. I don't think I have played online with any game I have bought this year.
Not even
Wow.
Street Fighter?
Street Fighter, maybe one match.
wow.
But like that was like when it first came out and it was laggy as shit.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Like, you couldn't connect to the server half the time. So
I've been playing Tricky Towers online. It's pretty fun.
You getting better?
No.
again, that's a free game.
Yeah.
Smash Bros is pretty good online though, because everybody's equally terrible and they all think they're equally good. It's like I'm gonna main Jigglypuff and just run off the map every time.
So I guess I have like the opposite mentality. Like I don't get online because I think I'm horrible at games. So I don't want to go there and just be like made fun of.
That's how I am a lot.
But it's like the opposite with a lot of people who are like,
Well,
I'm awesome at this
You
game.
really just gotta jump in and say, okay, maybe I'm not good, but maybe I'm okay.
I have a few games that I'm like, I really enjoy this game, so I don't play online because I don't want to like embarrass myself and like regret ever doing it. Like Super Smash Bros. I played online a couple times. Rocket League I played online twice and never again.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't play online. TF2 was my biggest one. I played with bots for like my first 60 hours. Just bots because I was afraid. I was afraid to go online and just get get embarrassed. And then I got online and like topped the first game I was in. I was like, wow, people are bad at this game.
Well, that's.
I was like,
They just got done playing with bots.
I bought like 3 years of Call of Duty before I ever played online.
yeah,
I started online. I started
I was
online
saying,
on
it's
Black
like-
Ops 2.
man.
So that was just like a few years ago, and then I've been playing online ever since. I play Call of Duty online. I play Overwatch online. That's about it.
You guys played Call of Duty online. You did all right, Nick, right?
I did. Yeah, I was like the first time ever playing that. I
We
got
lost the
third-
footage. It never happened.
We lost the footage. It didn't happen. That sucked.
Yeah, Nick won anyways. We don't need that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex, cut that part out where Andy said Nick won. Nick lost that one, so
Oh.
it's fine.
Oh,
We'll just do it
jeez.
again.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Nick actually was pretty good. I'll be honest. They were both pretty good for not
Never
playing
playing.
like regularly.
You know who sucks at like shooters? This guy.
Oh, I'm gonna have Willie play Call of Duty.
Fucking remember we were playing Star Wars and I just stared at the wall because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing.
And then Andy just did everything. It was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're done.
It took me like 5 minutes to figure out what was going on, and by that time it was over. I was like, oh, okay,
Cutscene.
but that'll do. Well, that'll work.
Man.
So Nick's not playing anything. Alex just got a PS4.
I did. I just bought
And
PS4.
it's No Man's Sky for
playing
this
No
boy. Andrew, you're playing Last of Us still?
Mhm. Playing on
Trying
the multiplayer, trying to get that platinum.
What about you, Justin? What are you playing?
I've been playing a RPG called Etrian Odyssey 4. It's been pretty good. It's just like a basic JRPG, but they had this nice little bit in where you have to map your own like dungeons. So as you're going through, you got to map. You got to show where the treasure chests are, where the enemies are, where spawn spots are. There's little hidden doors. It's kind of neat because it adds that little aspect of you having to control something to the game. And Skyrim could use some upgrades. Some other RPGs could use some upgrades where they make you have some sort of responsibility for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've just been dumbing down RPGs for years.
Yep.
It's making me play less and less
It's
because like
so aggravating.
the kind of management aspects. Why I play a lot of
That's
games
why
I
you
play.
try it then. It's pretty good. Also been playing Pokemon Go like everybody in the world, and it's
Yeah.
gotten worse somehow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
They
it
decided to
definitely
make the game worse, but it doesn't make me want Pokemon Moon any less.
has. Yeah. I gotta buy that game.
I already pre-ordered Pokemon Moon. I was like, I want it. I saw these Pokemon. I saw what they did with Marowak, which is my favorite Pokemon. I went, I'm done. Good to go. He's Ghost Fire now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Game
like
over.
what they're doing with like the the Aloha version.
Yeah, the forms were like Executor is it's like a palm tree now instead of
Yeah.
a fat little.
And he's a dragon.
He's a dragon Pokemon now.
That,
What?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
dragon.
I have been out of the loop on this altogether.
Meowth is dark.
Yeah,
What?
they made like
Okay,
special.
sure.
The new Raichu is awesome.
Raichu Psychic Electric. Vulpix
Oh, yeah.
is
It rides
He
a-
surfs on his tail.
He surfs on his tail.
surfs on his tail. It's
Vulpix
awesome.
is ice.
Wait a minute, so Sun and Moon are Hawaii?
Hawaii,
It's
definitely.
Alola. I think.
Alola, and it's like it's actually really cool. They're instead of doing gyms, they're doing like you go to an island and you have to fight a totem Pokemon, and then the totem Pokemon can call up other types of Pokemon to fight with it, and then you got to beat the Kahuna of the island, and then you got to do
Kahuna.
something else, and then you get to go to the next island, and it's just you go from island to island.
So you
Being
just
the
know
best.
there's like 4 or 5 little Asian dudes, little Japanese guys going, alright, so we're going to make a Pokemon game, and we're going to base it out of Hawaii, so we need to spend the next 6 months in Hawaii.
Make it 7.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the opposite. They spent 6 months in Hawaii and went, oh, what are you expensing this to? Pokemon. Pokemon game. We're gonna base it in Hawaii now. As they sip from a coconut shell. Because last one was France, so I'm 100% sure they did that too. Went to Paris for 6 months.
What a fucking awesome way to get shit like that.
Right?
Like, I need to do research in Prague. Why?
I don't know.
They're
I'm
Pokemon
making
dudes.
I'm making a
like
sandbox third-person shooter based in Prague, so I need to be there. a year at least.
I need you to pay for everything.
Don't call me. I'll be busy.
I mean, Pokemon got there in Hawaii for a year. They did 6 months of vacation before they did the 6 months of actual development.
But yeah, I will say though, they've done better with it. There's some Pokemon that look good. I like the look. They don't have the short little stubby legs anymore. They actually look like humans.
Yeah.
They're running around. It looks better. And they're actually putting effort into it this time for once. As you know, it's been like Cookie Cutter, Call of Duty, Madden, and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Every game, go to 8 gyms, go to Elite Four. Here's stupid B plot, done.
To be fair though, people haven't got tired of Pokemon.
No, and they never will.
People fucking go mad crazy for that.
They love collecting. I mean, it's like great. Oh, I get to collect 180 of something. Let me go find it.
It's your starter JRPG. That's what
I-
Pokemon is.
I played
I love
Pokemon.
I still love it.
I
Yeah,
played
it's
Pokemon
awesome.
Yellow. Then I emulated Pokemon Fire Red,
Yeah, there's like 700 Pokemon now. So
and
There's
that's
so many.
that's all I know.
Yeah.
That's
Last one I played was Yellow, so
If you want to play a new one, play like Y's pretty good.
Y is good.
Omega Ruby's pretty good. The Mega Evolutions are okay. I wish they would
Yeah.
do more with Gen 1. And I hate Fairy. I hate Fairy Pokemon.
It
I hate
sucks.
Fairy Pokemon. But hey guys, let's make Clefairy a fairy and we'll make Snubbull a fairy for some reason.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
it's
that
a
makes
stupid
sense.
little dog Pokemon.
me neither.
it's
It looks like a very ugly dog that's pink and has
Oh.
a dress on.
Oh.
It stands on 2 legs.
Oh
And it turns into a very big ugly dog.
That Pokemon looks like a pit bull, right?
Yeah, it's a pit bull.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow!
It's
I'm
a fairy
in the loop.
Pokemon.
I'm in the loop.
Look at you, Andy.
Yeah. I'm sitting over here playing Pokemon Ruby on my computer.
Yeah, I was playing Alpha Sapphire recently. While I went on vacation, because I just played it like on the long car trip, and I played a shit ton of it. I've been Wonder Trading a lot. I love the Wonder Trade feature. You choose Pokemon and you randomly trade with somebody else in the world, and you get a random
You get
Pokemon.
whatever random Pokemon. Mine always come back in Japanese.
Yep.
And I can't like, oh wait, named in Japanese, great. I don't know what it says.
And it's like, oh, I got another level 2 Wurmple. Thanks. I was really wanting one of those.
Yep.
A Wurmple.
Yeah, but I've been playing that a lot. But I just stopped recently. I don't know. I'm waiting for the new ones. I think I'm gonna like it a lot.
The new Kirby game is pretty fun. If you like Kirby games, I like Kirby games because they're stupid fun. I can just turn my brain off and play, and watch a cute little pink thing eat other cute little things.
I played Epic Yarn. That's the only Kirby game I've ever played.
Epic Yarn.
Yeah.
That's more than I've ever played.
I
So
think that
Yeah.
may be the only Kirby game I've ever played.
Well, I played one on the
Really?
64 as well.
Yeah, I
I've
never.
Crystal
You
Shards?
play
Maybe.
Yeah.
Crystal
That's the
Shards
one
is
that's
awesome.
on 64.
I said the new one's got like a robot. He jumps into a giant robot. I was like, that's neat. I'll play it. Sure.
wow.
Kirby.
Yeah, I didn't have Nintendo growing up, so I never played a lot of like classic Nintendo titles.
Yeah.
What did you have, Nick?
I had PlayStation, and then PlayStation 2. Yeah.
What was your first PlayStation game?
Spyro the Dragon.
Nice.
That was
Nice.
everybody's, yeah.
And I played that game all the time. I played Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and Year of the Dragon. And
Just wish you could go back to those times where you had nothing to fucking do. So, like, you went to school, you came home, and you just played whatever game you had
yeah,
as long as you could.
Yep.
God awful at it, but you didn't care.
you know, I want to play like right now. Like I want to play Ape Escape.
It's on
Well, I miss Ape
PS4.
Escape.
Man,
Ape Escape 2's on PS4, which makes me sad. I wish the
Oh.
first one was on there.
that game was so fun.
I want Legend of Dragoon. I want them to bring it back. I loved my favorite RPG when I was a kid. I had it, loved it. It had a terrible port, but I would kill for them to make another one, and they're never going to.
They're never going to.
But they're gonna make Final Fantasy 37,
Yeah, buddy.
the epic of Cloud's balls.
Final Fantasy 37 2.
Two.
I'm waiting for the next Pokemon Snap game. I don't know about everybody else.
Oh yeah. Oh totally.
I played the shit out of that every snow day when I was
Dude, they
a
made
kid.
that. It's called Pokemon Go.
It's-
Yeah, pretty much.
You
Yeah,
can take
pretty
pictures
sure
of the Pokemon.
Okay, but you don't get points for it, and they don't go, that was a cool picture.
And you can't throw
I guess
fruit
that's
at
That's what
true.
made it awesome.
Go to
Yeah, you can.
Blockbuster and print them out.
I don't play
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Go
Go,
back.
so-
You flick little berries at it, and they go, "Oh, it didn't do anything. It says it loves me, but it keeps jumping. I don't know what to do now."
Sweet.
Can I shoot it with a dart or something?
Trank Dart. Jeez.
It's like you tell me all the
What are you
years of
trying to-
Pokeball is the most advanced form of
What's Captain
captain
Rocket been working on anyway?
Trying to roofie Pokemon. That's what we're talking about now on the podcast.
You wouldn't sleep on a Snorlax?
No, I probably would. I bet it's like real hot.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Stinky.
awful.
It's just like a really.
Can you imagine
stinky
like a
ass.
Snorlax shows up in your like town and just how awful that damn thing smells.
blocking a major road in
Oh,
our city.
God.
Oh,
I feel kind of bad for Snorlax though. It's like all it wants to do is just eat a little bit and just go to sleep. People keep building roads around it. It's just like, God, leave me alone. Obviously, Snorlax sleep for 1,000 years, so all he was there first. It beat the road there.
I mean, it took him like 12 years to stand up. So.
That's true, it did. It's my favorite little
man.
sprite. I love that. The sprite just sits standing up, and no one ever notices that until you look at it in order.
He slowly gets up over the years in Pokemon games.
Huh.
The first one's him laying down, and the last one's him actually standing up, and it's just the process of him doing the
roll,
waving his arms
roll
and
to the
rolling.
other side, stand up.
Yep.
Wow.
12 years of that.
Huh. Wow.
The fact that there's so many people who know what a fucking Snorlax is ridiculous.
Pikachu. I saw a list where Pikachu was the #1 mascot of all time.
Have you ever seen all the merchandise you give a Pikachu?
There was a Pikachu bug in my apartment complex when I was a child. Someone had taken their beetle and made it a Pikachu with the tail and the ears and everything.
They
What?
They have
Yes.
they have dedicated Pikachu stores
Yeah,
where
they
you
do.
go in
Wow.
and it sells nothing but Pikachu stuff. And it's like Pikachu dressed as Ash, Pikachu dressed as a witch, Pikachu as a vampire, Pikachu
Well, that's
dressed
adorable.
Pikachu as a
Pikachu
vampire.
dressed as other Pokemon. How fucking weird is that? Like, my favorite Pokemon is a Cubone, but I really like Pikachu as well, so...
Just
Oh
combine-
yeah.
Get two birds with one stone.
Then it just seems like a Pikachu murdered a Cubone. It's like
Yeah.
a skull. That's
Yeah.
that's just terrifying.
Man.
Pikachu, the new teddy bear. Exclusive.
To be fair, I had a plush Pikachu growing up.
Did you?
I did.
Did you
I
see?
did not.
Did you see in the Olympics at the end where the Prime Minister of Japan ran out of a tube wearing a Mario hat?
Yeah.
Yes. At the end of the Olympics, there was a tube. The Prime Minister of Japan runs out of it with a Mario hat on.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Wow.
that's got to be their most successful export, right? It's Mario.
Yep.
And Mario or
video
Pikachu?
games.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Mario's on cans of
Nintendo
SpaghettiOs.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
They probably own a port
Screw
in
their,
Japan.
screw their food and their culture. We want their Nintendo.
And, you can get Mario on SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
You can get... Now they have superheroes.
Why
That's
don't they just
how I
call them
judge
Marios?
That's why I judge how
Oh,
I
that's
judge
good.
the importance of mascots is if they end up on a SpaghettiO can.
I only got the SpongeBob mac and cheese.
Oh,
I wouldn't
God.
eat the other ones.
I had the Sonic the Hedgehog SpaghettiOs, but they're just rings.
Oh, Sonic.
That was good.
Hey, Nick! Nick made a
That
joke.
sucked, Nick.
So that's what we're going to end on. Nick actually being funny.
Oh, yeah.
This is no skill required. If you like what you heard and you made it this far, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Help
Thank
us
you.
get to 100 subs.
100 subs, please.
We'll do something special for you. Don't know what yet.
Nick's
Oh,
gonna
I know
get
what.
tased with in the gooch with the well, it's not tased. He's gonna get his stun gun in the gooch.
I'm not.
We're gonna
Yeah,
see if
no.
he can crap himself. He wouldn't cuss, so
No, I'm not.
all right,
No.
we're out.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.